Hey guys, so Macaela's here, meaning that it is viewer submitted ideas. The only problem is viewers didn't submit any ideas.
I have an idea and I'm a viewer.
Well, go ahead. What's your idea?
Costumes! Now I'm out of ideas.
Oh. It's okay. I kind of wanted an excuse to dress up as Blackbeard with my Jolly Roger.
I have a Hanukkah onesie and I love it. It has pockets too, see?
Chappy Chanukah. So, I'm going to college next year, and so, could you give me some advice about the whole college thingy?
Well, I mean, it really depends on the college, but actually a lot of colleges are very similar. I mean, like, when I went, I was like, oh, I'm going to be in these dorms. I'm not too happy about it because it wasn't the substance-free ones that I wanted, but I was still, like, really happy.
What do you mean substance-free ones?
They're substance-free dorms in a lot of colleges where there's, like, no drugs, there's no drinking, and all of that.
So the non-substance-free dorms, like...
As my RA put it, if I see it, hear it, or smell it, I have to report it. So it's kind of like people party a lot on my floor because I have a suite area, so that's like this big area outside my dorm, and a lot of people like to party there because there's couches, and last time I'm pretty sure I saw Jungle Juice there.
What's Jungle Juice?
I feel like I'm ruining your innocence with this. Jungle Juice is when you take like all the alcoholic beverages you can find and mix it with like fruit punch in a giant bin. And then you drink it.
The more you know.
I think it's disgusting. And probably dangerous if you mix enough alcoholic beverages in it, but yeah, you know.
Oh well. So, like, how are classes? Like, how do classes work?
Oh, they're a lot different. Most of your learning is actually outside the classroom. Like, when they say read these chapters for homework, they mean read it like before that class happens so then they can talk about it in class. And it's, yeah.
So, the homework they assign is what you should have done before the class they assigned it, or?
Well, I mean, it really depends on the professor, and they're not teachers, they're professors. That's the other thing.
I know.
They
They all have PhDs, right?
I don't
I think so.
know. Maybe, possibly.
Probably.
But I mean, like, my one professor was crazy because she got up at 4 a.m. every morning, and we were all like asleep in her class at 8 a.m. And she was like, come on guys, I have this much energy this early in the morning, you can have this much energy too. And we were like, why? She never had coffee either. I don't know how she did it, but
Jungle Juice.
No.
Is this beard distracting?
I
I'm
don't
talking
know.
to the viewers and to you.
I don't know. When you pet it, it is. It looks like it's a cat attacking your face.
This is all the result of No Shave November. No Shave November. Don't Shave December. Manuary. Forget Razors February. Manly March.
Yeah.
Think of an idea for April and everything else in the comments down below.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of things now. Yeah. But I mean, like...
Ape like April.
But, like, when they say, oh yeah, you have to get textbooks, oh yeah, that's another thing. Textbooks are really expensive. Rent your textbooks. Because if you buy them, you're going to use them for, like, one class. And then that's it. And if you buy it for, like, for example, if you have to buy or get a chemistry textbook for $368, and you're only going to use it for one class.
Why are textbooks so expensive?
Because again, you do most of your learning outside of class with your textbook. They have a lot of practice problems in them. They describe things in different ways.
So I could just like buy a college textbook now, just read it cover to cover, and learn how to do a subject.
I guess.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm lazy, but
Yeah. But yeah, like, depending on the professor, I had a professor who was like, okay, you need to have these readings done before the class that it says it needs to be done before. Then I had a professor who was like, okay, when you go back, a lot of times she would say, when you go back home and do your reading, which was really weird because it was my first semester of college, and I was like, home is like 3 hours away. And it took me a week to register that she meant back to the dorms. But, yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of things that are different. One thing that is definitely different that I had to get used to is walking out of my dorm at about 3 in the morning and telling people to be quiet because I was trying to sleep and had to get up at 8 in the morning. But that hasn't really happened lately because I got a fan, and the fan is loud. So, since I have a fan on all the time, which...
I'm your number one fan.
Well, I mean, the eco rep isn't that too happy about it because my room is like green room certified or something, but they're not too happy that I always have a fan on. But I do that because people are loud outside sometimes on my floor. The other thing that I had to get used to, just dorm life in itself. Like, I never pictured them installing, we have to swipe our cards now to actually get into the building, like the different buildings, because it's like 3 that are attached. But you have to swipe your card to get into the different buildings because people were going from building to building, stealing the exit signs.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what they did with all the exit signs, but they were just gone, and there were like wires hanging from the ceiling. And we were like, great, we have to pay for those.
Just follow the wires, people.
Oh man, it was but now we have like...
I would be the guy that right afterwards I'd see that and I'd get a loose leaf sheet of paper, write exit in big letters and put it there.
Yeah. The other thing is that it probably happened like 2 or 3 weeks into the first semester, and we still haven't found it. One of our couches went missing from our common room. We were like, who takes a couch?
Where'd you put a couch?
I don't know, and we're on the 2nd floor, and there's no elevators, so they would have had to like take it down the
or
stairs.
Or maybe it's someone who's on the floor.
We checked all the rooms. They weren't there. They weren't in any of the suite areas. We asked everyone if they took it. We had no idea where it was. Someone fell asleep on it and then like went to bed at like 2 in the morning. And then someone else came out into the common room at like 3 and said they didn't see it. So it had to disappear within an hour. In like late in the morning. So like, I don't know, someone just stole our couch. I mean, we had another couch from a different, it wasn't supposed to be in our common area. But yeah, someone stole our couch. Someone also stole the chairs that went to this really high table that we had. I haven't seen the high table lately, actually, now that I think of it. People are just stealing furniture from our common area. I'm surprised no one's trying to steal the television.
Well, so now someone's sitting surrounded by a lot of furniture and knowing exactly where the exit is.
I bet they are.
I bet they know, okay, that is definitely my exit.
One time, I went into my boyfriend's dorm to ask him something, and I walked in. There was a wet floor sign on the wall with like tinsel around it. I was like, what is that? And he goes, I don't know. My dorm mate brought it in. And I was like, what? So he asked his dorm mate what it was, and he was like, oh, it's my Christmas tree. We're like, that's a wet floor sign. He was like, I know. I don't know how it got here. It just appeared in here one night, and I was like, what?
Both roommates have no idea?
They have no Is it only when I'm here that you have technical difficulties?
Well, my longest videos are with you. I'm sorry, but I guess this happens every single time, but it stopped because I ran out of space because it was going for...
Space!
The final
frontier. No, I was gonna say it!
But I say it in my nice, deep,
No.
hearty voice. Space. The final frontier.
So you know what it stopped before?
Oh yeah,
Me
I was
talking
like,
about that lady.
that is definitely my exit.
No, you said that one.
Well, it stopped right after that.
Oh, okay. However, it stopped before we were talking about the lady who was like, are you two related? And I really wanted to just be like, yes, this here is my twin, Quicksilver.
We went out shopping today because...
I needed yarn.
And I was just hung up after my interview because it was through Skype. And then you're like, hey, want to go to Michael's? And I'm like, I thought to myself, I am at Michael's. So we went out, and then we eventually went to Michael's, and I was doing all of my different voices in
and the lady was
line.
like, as long as your head doesn't start spinning,
I'm not...
if your head starts spinning, I'm gonna call the cops.
Oh, cause I had I got a box of Sugar Babies and a giant Hershey Kiss that's like this big.
But it's not giant compared to my nerds.
Oh my god.
I got a box of nerds.
So I started reading the Sugar Babies, and I was like,
Milk caramel coated candies. Sugar babies. Trademarked.
and the woman is like, I like the voices, but if your head starts spinning, I'm calling 911. And I was like, it's okay, I'm Batman. And then the woman and the other woman, we weren't even being checked out yet, and the woman who was currently checking out looked at us and started laughing.
And I was like, it's alright, we've got Batman here. But then she was like, are you two related? And I was like, I really wanted to just be like, yes, this is my twin Quicksilver.
Because we went
you
out...
are Quicksilver.
Oh my god. So, apparently we have come to the conclusion that my personality and everything is most closely related to...
a terrifying crossbreed between Deadpool and Quicksilver.
Like, we got mac and cheese, and...
I was on my third bite, and I look over, and you're like, that was delicious!
I was like...
Yeah, you inhaled it. And my mom was like, was it good, or was it just good? And I was like, it's gone.
I said, it's not as good as Albany Med's hospital mac and cheese. If you ever go to Albany Med hospital, mac and cheese is great.
Well, I have to remember that next time I stop breathing.
Well, I go there regularly. Oh, I'm going there tomorrow.
I go there regularly too, except I don't stay in the hospital. I just go there because my lungs hate me.
Well, I have genetic diseases, and so I have to go there to get my super soldier serum.
Wait! You have genetic diseases. Can I have some of your DNA for research? No, honestly. I want to research things like that.
Oh, you can, yeah, actually,
I want to fix your DNA!
I'm entirely okay with, when they...
I'll just clone you.
I can, draw blood, I'm going to have some blood drawn tomorrow, and so I'll be like, hey, can I have an extra vial? One of my friends wants some of my DNA.
No! I don't want that!
Do you want, 3 of my hairs?
Sure. No, I need tweezers so I don't get my DNA on it. Oh. See, I know how this works. I could also just swab your mouth. No. I know, that's disgusting.
So back to college.
Yes. The most important thing, in my mind, is that even if you think a class is going to suck because it's not what you thought it was, sometimes that class can do a full 180 turn and from you going, let's talk about how vampires are sexualized in America, to let's watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And you're like, yes, I love this class, let's do that.
MIA?
Yes,
Monsters.
Monsters in America.
Why did you even... What was that class? Why? It was just there?
It was a freshman seminar. I needed a freshman seminar. And I was like, this one sounds cool. And then it like sucked the first half. And then it was like, we're going to watch Frankenstein and Gojira and
Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Blade Runner. We watched Blade Runner too. There was another one. I swear there was another one because there were four. There were four. I cannot think of what the fourth one is. But I know there were 4 movies, and I'm going to think of this later. I'll just comment it later.
No,
Be like, I remember it. It's this.
Or if we're still videotaping, just randomly, I can be mid-sentence, just scream it out.
Oh, this is really going to bother me because we watched Frankenstein, and then we watched Gojira. And there's something in between that and Blade Runner. It was like in the 50s? Yes, it was in
Young
the 50s.
Frankenstein?
No, wait. I lost it. Oh my god, I just had it. Ah! Talk about something else, I'll try and think of it.
So, yeah, Quicksilver and Deadpool. How, she's still thinking.
It was something about aliens in the 50s. There was like this alien that like came down and he was offering them a peace offering and they like shot him. And then his technology was like, and then they like dropped their guns because they had absolutely zero special effects. And
Wait.
like,
This was a story that
it was in black and white.
The original plot line of Watchmen was based on how it was during the Cold War.
Yes, and they were like,
and both sides. No, someone pretended to be an alien.
No, he was pretending to be human.
And they came down, and because both the Americans and the Russians had a common enemy in the aliens, they decided to put an end to the war.
No. It was something else.
Oh,
because
that's
it was this alien that came down, but he looked human, so it was okay. So he like hid as a human, and then he was basically coming down to like warn Earth that if they kept up all of the destruction and everything, and like destroying the ozone layer, that the aliens were gonna come and destroy them because they were a menace to everything else in the outer spaciness. And something with the word Earth. I'm remembering the word Earth is in this somewhere.
Earth is not going to be in it. It's probably going to be the world or something.
I know, probably. Oh my gosh, what is this movie called? Ah! Oh my god. I'm going to comment it later because I'm not going to remember. Wake up!
Yes.
I'm going to have to comment it later.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to join my collab channel, Galaxy Road?
I don't YouTube.
Click on her face to go to Galaxy Road. It's the collab channel that I'm part of.
Face. Oh, we stopped before that too. There's boxes and I like them.
So the boxes go over our faces.
And it's like
to
face,
focus.
face.
It was quite entertaining. I'm sorry you weren't a part of it because...
Because your phone crapped out.
Well, we were overloading it.
Yeah. You need more space on it.
Space.
The final frontier! Yeah, I'm done. So yes, college. You can be crazy. Except not too crazy, because then campus security comes after you and questions your...
I want to become a vigilante
doings.
on my college. I'm going to Clarkson.
Okay, you know what? There's like 2 sides of college for me. There's the side that does all the drinking and partying. And then there's the side that does the studying, stays dry. And then like somewhere in between there is my group of friends where we study and stay dry and have parties that don't involve drinking, but involve video games.
Ata
and
_ Aija is attacking your base.
That's great.
I'm playing a Clash of Clans, and so...
But yeah, we play video games at these parties, and we drink, not Gatorade, what is it called? Kool-Aid. We had Kool-Aid.
I
And
hate blue Gatorade.
yeah, it's gross. And then
I have
what
a
else?
phobia of blue Gatorade.
And we play D&D because D&D is awesome, and no one can tell me otherwise because I'm playing 2nd edition and it's awesome. You know what? I'm a hobbit, so deal with it.
Last time I had to have blue Gatorade, I had to wash down every drink of it with chicken broth.
Ew.
And when you have to
I
wash...
think we should leave that in there.
When you have to wash something down with chicken broth...
Yeah, gross. Anyways, college is much different from high school. I'm sorry for you.
Okay. I'm so tired right now.
Don't you make the sound at the end of your videos?